Hello everybody, we're now joined by England manager Gareth Southgate. Just a reminder again to preferably use headphones when you tune into this and to improve overall audio quality for everybody. We'll get underway firstly with Dan Kilpatrick from the Evening Standard. When you're ready, Dan.
Hi Andy, can you hear me?
Yes we can, Dan, yeah.
Great. Gareth, you often hear kind of club managers saying that they're really looking forward to a free week on the training ground to sort of fine-tune their team and their tactics. You've now got a week until the last 16. You won't have that kind of time again at the tournament if you go all the way. Do you think this is the most important kind of week ahead for you in terms of fine-tuning your team, getting everything to kind of click into gear?
Well, I mean, the first thing is it's great to have a couple of days to be able to recover the players because a few of them have had quite a heavy load in the last week or so at the end of a very long season. So we've got to make sure that we don't overdo the work on the training ground. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, the difference for the next game compared to this morning where we wanted to change the way we were defending and we couldn't get onto a training pitch to do it. We had to do it in team meetings, really. So huge credit to the players for adapting without the ball the way they did tonight. Of course, you always want training time. It's the thing we don't have as international managers, and we've had hardly any of it with the full group because of the complications at the start of our training camps. So it would be nice to have. It looks like everybody will be available bar the two lads who are isolating. That time, once we know who our opposition are, will be definitely helpful.
Thanks, Dan. Next to Alex Howler, BBC Sport.
Hi, Gareth. 3 clean sheets and through top. How happy are you to go through into the round of 16 in that position, and how important is it to play that game at Wembley?
Yeah, I mean, we said to the players today that this was a game with a bit less pressure because we'd qualified, but still with something we wanted to achieve because first or second, no way of knowing what the better route through might be to the final. So therefore, you've got to try and take control of the bits that you would like to have a say in, and that would be to play at Wembley. And sounds as though we might have double the fans that were in tonight as well, which would be great. So we wanted to get the win against, I think you saw again tonight, the Czechs, a very good side with and without the ball, very good team, hugely improved, and there'll be dangerous opposition in the next round.
Thanks, Alex. Next to Matt Law, The Telegraph.
Hi, Gareth.
Hi, Matt.
The level of opposition is obviously going to go up, whoever you were going to face in the last 16, but there's obviously a lot of talk about all three potential opponents now and how difficult that will be. Do you see it as being the toughest possible draw now, and how much higher will your level have to go up now you're through to the knockout stages?
Well, we've played two opponents in the Croats and the Czechs who I think are playing at a very good level, and Scotland, which as an occasion and an experience for our players, especially the younger ones, was a quite unique and really important one. So yeah, these will be different games. We know world champions, European champions, and Germany, who to me look like they're back on song. They've brought some very experienced players back in. So whoever we play, really, really tough opposition. But we've sort of known that for 18 months. We've known the route through. And the good thing from our point of view, I think we're still improving. We look difficult to play against. There's more to come from us. We've got more match minutes on the pitch for some important players. And that squad depth is going to be important because I felt like we've run out of steam a little bit in a couple of the games. And to be able to make the changes and the substitutions has been really helpful to manage the games.
Thanks, Matt. To Simon Peach, the Press Association.
Hi, Gareth. Congratulations. I just wanted to ask you touched upon Maguire and Henderson. What did you think of them on their return? And also Bukayo and Jack did very well, didn't they, on their first starts on such a stage?
They did. I think Harry, that was a difficult call. Tyrone's been an absolute colossus for us and again came into the game at an important moment and dealt really well with that as well. Harry has that presence and composure. His pass through to Kane in the first half was a fabulous ball through the lines, and there aren't many defenders in world football who can do that. So important for him to get those 90 minutes. It's obviously more difficult for Jordan because he's been out for so much longer. So it was great to get him 45. I think he'll be better for that. That adds to our options in that area of the pitch. Jack, fabulous cross for the goal. We saw some of the interchange of positions of those forward players was really exciting. I thought at the start of the game especially, I thought we tired a little bit, but we know that because they are, one or two are a little bit short of fitness. So and Bukayo, I can't speak highly enough of him. He's earned that opportunity. His performances in training since he's joined this camp have been outstanding. He played well in the game at the Riverside. We've talked about playing him in some of the previous matches, and he earned that chance tonight, and he's grabbed it. He was fabulous.
Thanks, Simon. Next we'll go to Stuart Rayner, the Yorkshire Post.
Hi Gareth, can I just ask, was Declan Rice injured, or was that tactical at half time? And just your assessment of how Calvin Phillips did in that deeper role in the second half.
Yeah, well, we wanted to get Jordan 45 minutes, so that was the decision, and it also allowed us to play Calvin more positionally, and I thought he was excellent. I thought it was really good. I like him in that role as the defensive pivot. His use of the ball was good. He found the right spaces in behind their midfield to go and receive. So he played it with intelligence. He played it as I've seen him play it for Leeds, frankly. So we know how comfortable he is in that role, and he's just shown again how well he's adapted to international football.
Thanks, Stuart. Can't see him, but I hope he's there. Simon Bukowski from the Manchester Evening News.
Hi, Gareth. Can you hear me?
I can, yes. Yeah.
Brilliant. I just wanted to ask a bit more about Harry Maguire. Are you confident that he'll be fully fit for the knockout stages now? And is his kind of leadership from the back, his ball playing ability?
Yeah, I think we've noted over the last 12 months, but certainly probably the last 6 months, how when you become the captain of Manchester United, the impact that must have on your confidence and the improvement in his leadership and his desire to step forward and have an influence on the wider group, it shines through. And we've got some really important characters in that dressing room that are doing that. Not just Kane and Henderson, who are the obvious ones, but Maguire now. And then you've got people like Connor Cody, captain of his club, Kieran Trippier, really good leader. And the dressing room doesn't need as much voice from the coaches before a game as perhaps it did a couple of years ago. That you can hear all of those players getting around each other. There's several others as well that add into that. And that's a healthy environment. It's a good sign for the team now and moving forward.
Thanks, Simon. We've got time for 4 more, starting with Arilas Oldsada from VG Norway.
Hi, Gareth. UEFA have caused a lot of reactions by banning the rainbow lights at the Germany-Hungary game tomorrow. What's your view on that issue?
I don't know what the what is it for.
There was a planned to color the outside of the stadium in rainbow lights to show support for LGBTQ community regarding the latest political things that have been happening in Hungary, and that initiative has been banned by UEFA.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't really know enough about the. I'm afraid my world at the moment is very sad. I don't watch any news. I don't read any papers. I'm totally working with the team, so it's not good for balance, I'm afraid. And yeah, I don't really know enough to be able to answer your question with any authority, really. Sorry.
Thanks, Aris. We'll go to Dan King of The Sun next.
Hi, Gareth. Exactly how much disruption to your plans for this particular game did the COVID issue provide? And has it been a bit of a wake-up call to just how strict things have to be? Because it was noticed at the end of the game that I think Declan was having a chat with Soufal and Soucek, and a UEFA guy ran over with a mask for them to put on just to make sure everything was okay. Has it been a wake-up call to make sure that these, there's nothing like this which is going to detract from your preparation for future games?
Well, I think that we've been incredibly vigilant throughout, really. So it's been a real anomaly that what's happened with the two boys. But yeah, for sure, because of what happened, I think we've had to speak to the players again just to remind them. But frankly, our protocols have, we've not come unstuck in the past, and how we've come unstuck and others haven't is beyond comprehension for me, really. Just because there's some evidence of ours, and yet clearly the situation with others has been a higher risk in terms of passing the virus on. So yeah, it feels particularly harsh for our two players. I have to say it's not helpful for us as a team, but devastating for the two boys that they're in a major championship and they've had to miss out on a big part of it in this way.
Thanks, Dan. Two more. Jacob Steinberg of The Guardian.
Hi, Gareth. Obviously, before the tournament, there was a bit of debate around Raheem's starting place in the team. He's come back and he's scored the winners in both of your games in the group so far. I mean, how has he shown how important he is to the side? He's got so much hunger for goals. It's sort of seems to mark him out differently from the others in that forward position, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we've always felt that we can't have all the scoring burden lie with Harry, and over the last couple of years, probably since the game in Seville, which was a real sort of lift-off moment for Raheem, he's transferred his club goal-scoring form into the matches with us. And when you can get wide players scoring in that way as well, then that's a huge lift for the team. So we've had no doubts about that. We were very clear on that. We know that at the end of the season he wasn't necessarily a regular for his club, but perhaps we're reaping the benefits of that in that he's a little bit fresher than he might have been.
Thanks, Jacob. And we'll finish with James Ollie from ESPN.
Hi, Gareth.
James.
I know there's no such thing as an ideal world, but given everything you have to deal with during a tournament, but in your heart of hearts, do you already know your ideal lineup for the last 16, or is that something that's kind of up for grabs over the next week, given training and once you know your specific opponent?
Yeah, for the last 12 months, whenever I've written a team sheet down, anything more than 2 days before a game, it's changed. So at the moment, no. We'll watch the matches tomorrow. We'll see how everybody is once we get back to St George's and through the sort of next couple of days of recovery, and we'll go from there. I think what's clear is that there are some areas of the team that we've been able to build closer to what we think is full strength as the last sort of 4 weeks or so has gone on, and as players have arrived late from the European finals or been able to get them on the pitch following injury or lack of match fitness. And I've always felt that we were going to have to grow into this tournament in terms of selection. That's why the squad has been so important. It's been great. We've been able to give most of the players time on the pitch, and they deserve that because, the guys that haven't been on yet, I mean, Connor Cody, as an example, such a fantastic professional, and those types of people are so important to the team doing well. And although him and Ben White and a couple of others haven't been on the pitch yet, Chile, the collective has really got through this group. And I've said to them at the start, different players will have their moment in the spotlight in different games, and that's exactly what's happened. It's Bukayo tonight. It's been our defenders in a couple of the other matches. It's been Raheem. It's great that attention and spotlight is shared, because it has been a real collective performance.
Okay, everybody, that concludes this evening's media conference. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.